The consultation formed part of an ongoing assessment mission led by an international pig production consultant who is working in collaboration with the Food and Agricultural Organization, the FAO, to support the development of Grenada's emerging pork sector. The consultation began with a strategic meeting with senior officials at the Ministry of Agriculture to review the country's current capabilities and plans for organizing pork production at a national level. Discussions focused on identifying critical gaps, reviewing progress made through the newly formed Pig Farmers Association, and outlining the technical and infrastructural support required to sustain the industry. As part of his assessment, the consultant, together with veterinarian Dr. Dexton Bernard, also visited the Oasis Pet and Garden Supply Shop in St. Andrew to evaluate the availability and accessibility of livestock inputs. The stop allowed for a closer look at the range of feed, supplements, and veterinary supplies that local farmers depend on to support production. The day's activities concluded with a tour of the Maribo Abattoir, one of the facilities expected to play a central role in pork processing once the industry is fully established. Visit focused on assessing the slaughtering capacity, sanitation protocols, and overall readiness of the facility to meet the expected demand for pork in the near future.
And that industry would have two major players. So we're going to have farmers who are going to be involved in reproduction. So they're going to be breeding pigs to supply piglets. And then we're going to have farmers who are going to be involved in fattening. So they're going to buy piglets from the breeders and going to feed them, fatten them for 6 months and supply that pork to the market. So with that specialization, the farmers who are involved in breeding, they're going to be very good at breeding. All right. So they're going to have low mortality. They're going to produce pigs with good genetics, good quality, all right? And then those fatteners, they're going to be very good at fattening pigs, all right? So they're going to produce pigs that, have pork that melt in our mouths, yeah? And they're going to do it as efficient as possible in a very cost-effective way, all right? So that pork can go on the market for a very good price. And that is something that we're looking at, all right? So part of that model will include a lot of alternative feed resources.
Consultants continued his field work with additional visits to supermarkets and direct engagement with pig farmers across the island. These consultations will inform a detailed report aimed at guiding the next phase of the ministry's strategic plan to build a sustainable and competitive pork industry in Grenada.
By the end of this year, we should be very much advanced, yeah. Like I said, the association, they're already in that development stage. They're working on the bylaws. So once the bylaws are fully developed, then they're going to actually be registered as an association. Okay, and that gives them, teeth, so to speak. With that, now, they will have a voice on the table. They can influence policies. They can, advocate for farmers. They can advocate for the pork industry. All right. So that association will give pig farmers a voice, because in the past, pig farmers, they haven't had a voice. They haven't had a seat on the table. Okay? So this will be done this year. Like I said, the genetics are already here. We will be breeding this year as well. We have been visiting farmers in addition to what's been happening. We have been on the field, getting to know them, getting to know their bottlenecks. All right? So come next year, we're going to develop a program specifically to target those gaps, all right, that we're going to be determined by our ground visit ourselves at the ministry, in addition to the report from the consultant.
The imported purebred pigs with superior genetics and is laying the groundwork for a dual-layer system of breeders and fatteners to supply the local market with high-quality pork. Infrastructure improvements, farmer training, and feed strategy development are among the areas being targeted to support the sector's growth. Christina John, GBN News.